Hello and welcome everybody, this is Patrocles. Now today we are going into episode 1 of our advanced Aramusha guide, and we will be looking at the blade blockade. Now this video series is going to go deeper into specific topics rather than the traditional guides out there that just go start to finish on the kit and maybe have a few tips at the end. I love playing Aramusha. I hate the bad rep that it gets about not being viable. It's a fantastic character with a unique kit. If you want to get the most out of your Aramusha, let's get started. Now the first thing we want to talk about is when not to blade blockade, and that is from neutral. Every character is just going to hard or soft feint their attack, try and bait out your blockade so that they can guard break you. People know that it's vulnerable and they're going to go for that. Instead, that's when we should be actually throwing a parry, because we can cancel our parry attempt if they feint their attack. And of course the parry gives us the top heavy guaranteed, which gives us the 25 damage and allows us to get to our finisher so we can get to the soft feints. Now more to our purpose here, let's talk about when we should actually be using the blockade. Now one of the best chances we have for this is when our enemy is doing the soft feinting. The Raider's stunning tap is a good example of this. This is pretty easy to see coming, and you can really punish it with our blade blockade and get right into our combos. Another one is the Peacekeeper. Their soft feint into their bleed can absolutely take advantage of that. The Shaman, they have the multi-directional. It doesn't matter which direction they throw it. We can throw the blockade out and punish them for it. And now my absolute favorite is going up against Highlanders, because they love throwing the Celtic Curse Cancel, and it is nice and easy to get the blade blockade on that soft feint. You can really punish it and turn the initiative in your favor. Now the next scenario we want to talk about using the blockade in is against dodge attacks. Whether it's Berserker, Peacekeeper, Orochi, Kensei, it doesn't matter, they can't be feinted, so we can absolutely get the blockade in and punish them for it. Now the next is one I don't see used very often, and that is our hard cancel of our heavy attacks, whether it's from standing or from a dash attack, and going into our blade blockade. It's excellent for opening of a fight when both people are running in with an attack. You can bait out their attack and end up blockading them to open them up for a combo. You can do it from neutral, just cancel, go straight into your blade blockade. Okay, now the last, and what I think is probably the most satisfying use of blade blockade, is to use it against light spamming. There is not a light combo in the game that we can't fit a blade blockade in between. And light spamming is a very controversial topic, but this is really easy to pull off. As soon as you get hit with an attack, you just buffer your input for the blockade, and you're guaranteed to get the blockade. You get hit with it, buffer the input, you're absolutely guaranteed. Throw the ring the bell, it's going to interrupt them. As soon as you're hit with it, buffer the input, you're going to get it. It doesn't matter if it's Orochi or Peacekeeper or any other character. If they're spamming lights, you get hit with that first one, you buffer the input, you're guaranteed the blockade. It's like free damage. Now before we're done, we should obviously talk about what to do when you land the blade blockade. Now through most of this video, you've seen me go to ring the bell, go for the guard break, go into the top heavy, and then use the top heavy finisher to start going into my deadly feints. Now what this gives us is 15 damage from ring the bell plus the 20 stamina damage, as well as a good chance of getting the guard break because of the stun. Now as soon as you get the guard break, you've got the 25 damage from the top heavy and a follow-on into the top heavy finisher, so you can go into your deadly feints. Now if this didn't work because they're starting to counter your guard breaks, you'd still go into ring the bell and go straight to your top heavy to top heavy finisher, leading into your deadly feints. It doesn't have quite as good of a chance for actually landing this top heavy for the damage, but it will get you to the finisher so that you can move into your deadly feints. Now I pretty much use this one interchangeably with the next, which is going straight to your top heavy from your blade blockade. It doesn't give you quite as much damage, but it keeps the pressure up and gets you to your deadly feints really fast. Now Twin Vipers is one I would never recommend following through on. It gives you a lot of damage, but I guarantee you'll be parried. Now the last follow-up to the Blockade is of course the kick. It's very situational and has a max punish, but we are going to go into punishes in another video. Now this is pretty much everything we want to go over about the Blade Blockade. Remember, this is a fantastic tool in our kit, and if we use it properly, it can really help turn the fight in our advantage. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what topics you'd like me to cover in the future. This is Patroclus, and I'll see you guys on the next one.